Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Ginger Pierce, and I'm one of the travel agents with Marvelous Mouse Travels. We are the agency that runs this Facebook group, along with several others that are focused on different destinations. And we are also a best of the best travel agency with Sandals and Beaches Resorts. Welcome to Sundays with MMT. This is a weekly live agent panel video series that we do in one of our Facebook groups every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're really excited to be live in this group tonight to talk to you about everything that's included in a vacation to a Sandals or Beaches resort. So we have a lot of information that we're going to be sharing with you up front, but we would also love to take some time at the end of this video session to take any questions that you might have. So if at any point during this video you think of a question, feel free to go ahead and drop that in the comments, and we will come back to those at the end of the video. We are using a platform called StreamYard to go live this evening, and StreamYard might ask you to approve it to display your username or profile picture if you want to post a comment. Just know that you can decline that permission and you can still post anonymously, and we'll still be able to interact with you. So I'm joined tonight by three of our marvelous agents. Ladies, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. And if you would take just a second to tell everyone your name, how long you've been with the agency, and the best way for people to contact you if they're interested in planning a vacation.
Hi, I'm Becky Brown. I've been with the agency, it'll be 4 years in March. And my contact information is becky.brown@marvelousmousetravels.com.
Hi, I'm Monique Craig, and I have been with Marvelous Mouse Travels for 5.5 years now. My best way to contact me is going to be through my Facebook group, or my Facebook page anyway. It is at Monique MMT.
Hi, everybody. I'm Katie Taylor, and I've been with the agency almost 6 years, coming up in February. And the best way to contact me is also through my Facebook page, which is at KDTMMT.
And again, my name is Ginger. I have been with the agency just over 3.5 years. And the best way to get in touch with me is to visit my blog, which you can find at gingermmt.com. So, ladies, obviously we are in our all-inclusive group tonight. And so people who are part of this group are probably either actively looking to book an all-inclusive vacation, or they are definitely interested in the concept of an all-inclusive vacation. But as we know, as travel professionals, not all-inclusive resorts are created equal. So there are some all-inclusive resorts that are really not all-inclusive. There are little things here and there that you are going to be paying for. And so many times I think when people are pricing out a vacation, they might look at one resort and think, oh, okay, this is an apples to apples comparison. And yet this one is so much less expensive. Obviously, I'm going to go over here. But let's talk about Sandals and Beaches, because, Sandals and Beaches really are one of the best examples of a truly all-inclusive experience. And Sandals obviously being the adults only kind of branch of these resorts, and Beaches being the more family oriented branch, but a lot of their luxury inclusions are the same. So let's kind of look at the different categories of things that are included in a Sandals and Beaches vacation, and kind of break that down for people. So first, let's talk about recreation. What recreation and activities are included in the cost of a Sandals and Beaches trip?
So I know that when I've been to both Sandals and Beaches, and one of the things that my family looks forward to and my friends look forward to when they go to these are the water sports. And so many water sports are included in a Sandals and Beaches. Some of the really more popular things like the paddle boards and the kayaking and the Hobie cats. And there's even some places that have snuba, and some things like that. Plus, they also do unlimited scuba diving. So you can go on two dives per day, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, every day of your vacation, if you choose to do so. And I've had clients that actually did that in St. Lucia. And, that was back pre-COVID. So he went to the Grand. He went to the Grand, and then he went to Halcyon Beach. He went to all of those different places and went scuba diving from all of those different places. So
Mhm.
he had a great time with that. And that was it was all included. And I can tell you that some of the resorts in Mexico do not include the scuba diving, and even some other places in Jamaica and
Mhm.
St. Lucia and things like that don't
Yeah.
include the scuba diving. Those are always extra. So that's one of the big things for us is the water sports.
That's a great point.
For me, I was actually just over in Beaches Ocho Rios in October, and they had a lot of entertainment. So obviously, you're going to have to go other places to see that. I mean, they have Sesame Street that come out, they have parades, they have light bands. What I enjoyed though is the piano bar. I
Mhm.
love the piano bars, and usually there's a cover charge if you go somewhere at other
Mhm.
places for that. Um, but they also had some really neat cultural shows as well that we were able to watch. We've seen acrobats and uh, tricks, and it was really really cool. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, the live entertainment, and as Katie was saying, the scuba diving is big. My husband's PADI certified, and I mean, that's huge right there.
Yeah.
Two dives per day.
Yeah, because that can be a pretty significant expense
Mhm.
at another all-inclusive resort. And so to have those water sports, but especially including scuba diving, already included is a huge value. So definitely, yeah.
And the other thing I wanted to mention about the scuba diving is that they have a ton of different dive sites and they have reef dives and they have deep water dives and they
Mhm.
have shipwreck dives. So it's not just like they take you to one place
Right.
twice a day. I mean, it's like they have different places that you can go, which I think for big time scuba divers,
Yeah.
they want to go to different places. It's not like let's just go to one little place twice a day.
Right. Yeah.
So that was a big thing too for my clients that have gone scuba diving.
That's a great point. And you're not, you're not going to get bored. You're not going to be like checking out
Right.
the same things every day. So
Right.
that's a great point. So let's talk about food. This is usually one of everybody's favorite topics. No matter what group we're in on a Sunday night, everybody likes to talk about food, but especially if you're an all-inclusive vacationer, you're there largely in part because of the food. So what type of dining options are included with Sandals and Beaches?
everything.
Everything.
Everything. That's a great word because everything food and drink wise that you could possibly think of, including lobster,
Mhm.
including beef, like the big steaks and stuff like that, all of that is included. You don't have to pay an upcharge for any of that.
Mhm.
And it's unlimited. If you want 5 lobsters for your dinner, you get 5
Absolutely.
lobster tails.
Absolutely. And the other thing is that I love about their dining options is that you can get 3 appetizers and 4 desserts if you want. You don't even have to get an entree. It's not like you have to pick from certain things for each meal. And some
Mhm.
all-inclusives do. You have to get an appetizer and at
Mhm.
Sandals it's like whatever you want to eat, you can eat,
Mhm.
So I love that part of it too.
I recently earlier this year I went to Beaches, Turks and Caicos, and they had a mac and cheese truck there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I ended up having 4 or 5 different mac and cheeses in
Yeah.
one sitting.
Mhm.
As well
And I
you
did
should.
eat it.
It's the perfect
And
food.
And the other thing is that every single resort has at least like 7 to 10 to 12 to 20 dining options. Like depending on which resort you go to, there are tons to choose from. I believe Sandals Ochi, I think has 21 dining options.
Mhm.
I mean, that's crazy dining options. Like if you
Mhm.
can't find something in 21 dining options, then you really are picky because I mean, that's like I don't even think I could eat at 21 dining options in 7 or 10, it would take me like 2 weeks to go to all those places.
Yeah.
So, and they always have a great buffet for breakfast, like always, and it's always different. They have different things to choose from. It's not just the same eggs and bacon and waffles.
Mhm.
Like it's totally different each morning. So I like that too. The variety
Mhm.
is huge.
It
Mhm.
is. Yeah. I was excited when I found goat cheese for breakfast there.
Nice. It's the little things, right?
It is
It
the
is
little
the little
things. It
things.
truly is.
That's right. And I mean, that's one thing that I love about the Sandals resorts too, because it's not like it's all the same even genre. Genre is probably not the right word, but it's not all the same type of food. Like
Right.
you've got, you might have a French restaurant, you might have, like a barbecue or something. I mean, it's completely different options too.
Mhm.
So it's not all just the same thing every night. You've got lots of stuff to choose from.
And one other small thing, just to mention, is like at the different islands, they have different cultural things. Like in Jamaica, they have the beef patties and the jerk chicken and, the stuff that's, the peas and rice and, all that kind of stuff
Right.
that's from Jamaica. So I love that about it too, that they bring in there, like Monique was saying about the nightly activities, the cultural aspect that they bring into each of the resorts is really significant to me. I enjoy that.
Yeah. And I think too, one thing that people always say about Sandals and Beaches is that every resort kind of has its own personality. And I think that that's true with the food too. So, if you are a foodie, there's definitely, that's one of the perks to working with a travel professional when you're booking your Sandals or Beaches vacation is, you can tell people what your vacation personality is, what types of food you like, and our agents can match you with the perfect resort for what you're looking for, in every area, not just with food, obviously, too. But yeah. So let's talk a little bit about what services are included with Sandals and Beaches that you would pay for at another all-inclusive resort.
Main thing I can think of right now is the airport transfers.
Yeah.
They're included.
Yeah.
And some of the transfers, depending on what level you're at, can be private transfers that are included. If you're at some of the resorts, like I know Montego Bay is just popping up into my head that, if you go to Montego Bay and you have a butler suite, you get that private transfer, which is always nice, to have a private transfer. So, and it's included in the price. You don't
Royal
have to pay
Caribbean as well. Yeah. Royal Caribbean as well.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a huge part.
The other thing is tips. I know that in some of the, like in Mexico and in Punta Cana and some of the other Caribbean places, they'll tell you that tips are included, and they are technically included, but it's also kind of a known fact that you give extra when you're at the bar or when you're, doing excursions or, things like that you are, it's kind of custom to go ahead and tip more than what you've already included. So with Sandals though, your tips are included, and the only people who get extra tips are your butlers. Those are the only ones who can actually accept tips, and they are very strict about that. So, because their tips are already included. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are, obviously there are some optional upgrades and some optional additional expenses that you can invest in at Sandals and Beaches. So what are some examples of those?
We have spa services. They're extra.
The photo packages, they do have lots of photographers around, tons.
Yes.
They do a complimentary photo session for you, a 30-minute photo session for your family, but the pictures are extra. So you can get that complimentary photo session to see how they turn out. And then if you want to get the pictures, those are extra. The other would be any excursions outside of the resort. Those are going to be an additional expense as well.
And there are also candlelight dinners as well that
Yes.
you can add. Yeah.
Yep. That is absolutely true.
We were talking about scuba diving earlier. They do offer a lesson on site, and you can go out and scuba dive once a day after you do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, they have that. That is, and I think that's $120 per person, I believe. So,
yeah.
All of the wine and alcohol is included during your stay, obviously, but there's also an option to purchase specialty wines as well.
yes.
Yeah.
That is true. I forgot about the specialty wines. That is true.
one of my favorite things, and this is, technically booked through Island Routes, but if for my clients who are going to Jamaica, another thing that I always encourage that they add on is Club Mobe, which is, the airport arrival and departure lounge. It's kind of like a VIP lounge. It fast tracks you through some of the things you have to do in the airport when you arrive. It's just a much more pleasant experience at the airport. So that's another thing that's additional, but I think totally worth it.
And going on that, there's a helicopter transfer in St. Lucia that you can also get extras, so you don't have to sit in the car for 2 hours to get from the airport to your resort.
Yep.
So, that's always nice for those who would like to get to the resort a little quicker.
Yep.
They have the helicopter, so that would be additional too. But
and it's an amazing view.
I know it is.
So I want to end with an opinion question, and that is, what is your personal favorite Sandals and Beaches resort, and why?
Oh, that's so hard. For me, geez, I've been to all 3 beaches resorts, and I loved each and every one of them for a specific reason. I think I would probably have to go with Beaches, Turks and Caicos, I think. And then I think Sandals and the Grill would be my favorite Sandals. I'm much more of a beach person. So sitting on the beach all day, every day is my jam. And Sandals and the Grill, bar none, has the most beautiful beach and water I've ever seen. So I just absolutely love that. But Beaches, Turks and Caicos has the most beautiful water and beach I've seen anywhere in the world. So, it's just gorgeous. And the dining options at Beaches, Turks and Caicos are, I want to say there's like 19 or 20. So there's a ton of options there too. And now with the food trucks, it might even be even more than that. I think those 2 would be my favorites. That's the 2 I would choose, I think.
Well, I'm going to go off you also. Beaches, Turks and Caicos is amazing. But I'm scheduled for my 50th birthday to stay in one of the over-the-water bungalows at Royal Caribbean. So that may be my new favorite after that.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
Well, I have been to Sandals, Regency La Toc I stayed at, but I was able to visit the other 2 over in St. Lucia, so Halcyon Beach and over at the Grand St. Lucian. The food there was amazing. It was beautiful there. I've also been to Beaches Los Rios, but Turks and Caicos definitely topped the cake for me. The water is just, it's amazing. And I'm the type where I don't like swimming in water unless I can see through it. And it was literally like a pool there. So I was able to go far out in the ocean, and it was beautiful. The food was amazing. The property was huge. Long Beach. It was perfect. We have reservations to go in 2023. I'll be bringing my family this time. So I can't wait for them to check it out.
That's exciting. That is a consistent answer that we get to this question anytime we do a live on, beaches or Sandals and Beaches, is Beaches, Turks and Caicos. I mean, time and time again, whether it's our agents, whether it's people in the comments, people love that resort. And that is, again, that's beaches. That's one of those family friendly properties. So you can bring your children, that can be like a whole family thing that you all do together. And so, it's everybody's favorite, or a lot of people's favorite, for a reason. So definitely worth checking into that one. I think we do have a couple of comments that have come through that we want to take a look at before we wrap up. Hi. Thank you for watching. Hello. Oh, another hi. Hi. Hello. We love all the greetings. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Well, again, thank you to all of you for joining us tonight. We really do appreciate you taking the time to join us live. And if you happen to be catching this video on replay when it's no longer live, know that you can still ask questions if you have them. We do monitor these videos continuously, so feel free to go ahead and drop those questions in the comments, and one of us will come back and answer that for you. But remember, remember that it is completely free to work with a travel agent on your Sandals and Beaches vacation. Our agents do not charge any fees over and above what you would just pay for your Sandals or Beaches trip, even if you were to go directly on their website and book it online. And yet you have someone in your corner to not only answer questions for you and kind of help you sort through options, but if, I mean, it's as we've all seen in the past 2 years, things that are unexpected can happen and they can impact your travel plans. So having someone who is in your corner and can keep up with changing regulations and help you walk through the unexpected is just an invaluable resource, and it doesn't cost you any extra money. So if you are interested in getting more information, feel free to reach out to any of these agents that you heard from tonight. Our contact information is back at the beginning of the video if you happen to join us late. But we can help you with anything from an all-inclusive trip to a theme park vacation to a cruise and beyond. So next Sunday night, we are going to be live in our Royal Caribbean Cruise Line group, and we are going to be giving an overview of their private island, Perfect Day at Coco Key. So we would love to have you join us again next Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern for another episode of Sundays with MMT. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.